Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this special figure showcase we're going to be looking at the Autobot Headmasters. In this video we're going to look at the original Generation 1 releases and we're going to compare them to the newer Titan's Return, as they were referred to, releases. They are still all Headmasters, but the later releases were referred to as Titan's Return. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go through them all. As I say, we'll have a quick look at the differences between them. I will also transform them into their alternate modes, but I'll probably do that off camera just to save time for the video. And again, we can just look at the differences between them and how they display in either modes. This video is specially requested by one of my subscribers at all. I'm sorry it took so long to get around to doing it, but I hope you enjoy looking at it. And for everybody else who either had these or has these from when they were a kid, hopefully it brings back some nice memories for you. And if you've got the newer ones, you can see just what they were modelled on before. So we're going to start off with the top left, and this is Highbrow. And the original Generation 1 figures, for those of you who don't know, that's the original one of Highbrow, that's Hardhead, that's Brainstorm, and the larger one is Chrome Dome. So you can already tell that the original figures were quite a bit taller. There is 3 versions of Brainstorm to the bottom left hand side, and that's because that the left one, the larger one, I've just put in because he was the special Voyager class version of him released under the Thrilling 30s line. So the one thing that they did change a couple of times, and I can't give you the answers why, is they changed the name of the Nebulum partners. So basically the people who turned into their heads. So for Highbrow, originally his pilot was known as Gort, and then when they changed him to Titan Masters, they changed his name to Zort and Highbrow. Hardhead, his Nebulum partner was Duros, and they changed his name to Furos for the new ones. Again, I can't give you the exact reasons of this. Maybe it's on the internet, maybe I should have googled it before I did this video, but I can't tell you exactly why they did that. Brainstorm on the bottom left, his pilot or Nebulum partner was known as Arcana, and the reason why some of you might not have seen this is the guy on the right hand side, he was a Walgreens exclusive, so you can tell by my voice, and if you've watched any of my videos, I'm obviously not from the States, so I had to get him specially imported, and his was known as Tesla, the little Nebulum partner. So his head there's Tesla, and on the right hand side of him we have Chrome Dome, and his partner was known as Styler, but then when they had him for the Titan's Return line, he was also called Styler, so that's good. They managed to keep him the same. So the big difference you can see straight away with the original ones, they are bigger, they are more blocky. There's not much articulation on them at all. With this, you've just got the arms that move up and down, and the legs just slot up and down, but there's no actually real movement in them. Of course, now with the Titan's Return, they are far more movable. You can move at the elbows there, you can move at the knees and at the legs, twisting them out. They've just got so much more articulation, and although they are smaller, the detail on them is quite a bit more. Hardhead to the right hand side, he's a huge figure, as you can see. He totally towers above everything, and he's a good 2 or 3 inches taller than his newer remade Generations version. But the problem with Hardhead again is, in fact, if I move this way, this is probably easier, you can see that there's no articulation to him at all. You've just got his arms that move up. Even the legs and the knees don't move, they just fold around the side, so they're not ideal. Whereas with the new one, you can see the articulation in his arms, in his shoulders, in his knees, etc. Even at the waist, there's so much more going on there. He's going to fall over now, isn't he? And then coming down to look at Brainstorm, we've got the, as I say, Thrilling 30 Voyager class size figure to the left, and then the Walgreen exclusive Titan's Return there. And there is Chrome Dome. So this is them in their robot modes. You can see how they display. I think they display fantastically in their robot modes. And again, for the people who've never seen the original G1s, or for the older people who've not seen the new Generations remake, that's what they look like. I'm going to quickly now transform them into their alternate modes, and I'll see you back in 2 seconds. Okay then, so what I've done is I've transformed them all into their alternate modes. Again, I have done this off camera. There's a couple of reasons why I've done that. As I mentioned before, one is to keep the length of the video down, just so you can get to see exactly what you see, rather than me spending ages transforming them. Because if I'm being totally honest, I do spend a long time transforming them, especially the old G1 ones. Some of them, to be fair, I can't even remember if I've actually transformed before. They've been just stuck in their robot mode, whichever mode they are, on display. So we'll start off with looking at highbrow there. The biggest difference you can tell straight away is the size of the Nebulum partner, and I'm not going to be able to get him to stand. Oh no, definitely not. So if I lie them down, you can see just how much bigger they are. They've got the same amount of articulation though, so the arms move and the legs move and fold up. But the good thing about the newer ones is they haven't got this fold down flap bit there. See that? So you never have to worry about that folding down when it's in the head mode. But anyway, there we go. So there's the attack helicopter there, the original mode, and there is the new Titan's Return one. 2 blades instead of 3. Looks a little sleeker, but very, very similar. Hardhead, again, much smaller. There we go. I think, to be fair, this is probably my favourite one of the new ones as well. Definitely do like that. Lovely alt mode. Again, overloaded with the big weapons, making them look good. Chrome Dome, there we are. 2 little modes there. I like the way that they've got the fact that you put the weapons on the roof for both of these. Can I pull it off? Everyone's see my arm for that long. There we go. But otherwise, very cool, futuristic looking cars. Coming along over to Brainstorm, and of course this one's much bigger. As I say, this one is the Voyager class. This one's got the horrible ratchets when you're transforming them, so I'll probably never do that again once I've put him back in robot mode. I should have just used one off the shelf. And then here's the new little Titan's Return one as well. But there you go. So as I say, this was for our tool. These are the new and the old versions. It's probably quite funny because I've got quite a mix of subscribers. So as most of the original G1 guys might not have even seen the new Titan's Return versions, and on the other hand, my younger guys, like a tool probably, he's never seen the originals. But if I just again give him a quick once over there, I've obviously started this now, so I've got to finish it. So I will be doing another video on the Decepticons shortly. But yeah, this seems to be quite popular. Lots of people are asking more and more for lots of comparison videos. So because I have got the newer ones and the old ones, I'll slowly make my way through them. But I hope you enjoyed looking at these. I hope it gives you an idea of what they look like, obviously, in each way. I try not to do a full review. I just literally try to give you what you want to see the figures in both of their modes. You can you can decide then how you want to transform them. And there we go then. So here they all are. The Titan's Return and original Generation 1 Autobot Headmasters.